Hello everybody and welcome to the fourth Vlogmas video and happy and blessed fourth Sunday of Advent. We have still a complete week of Advent before us, so ahead of us, and then we will celebrate Christmas together, and I will try to film a little bit here and there how I celebrate Christmas, and I will talk with you about some Christmas traditions and thoughts I have around Christmas next week. So you have to be a little patient. I don't know when I will be able to upload. After you have seen some snippets of my last week, I now want to talk to you about my knitting projects and the progress of them. So first of all, I'm so happy and proud to finally be able to show you the socks we have knit for the Mystery Advent Knit Along, my first ever released pattern. You can still join the knit along. If you don't want to see how the socks look, please look away until I tell you you can watch again, because I offer you on my website to join the Mystery Knit Along, and you can open the clues day by day on your time pace and your liking, how long you want to take or to spend for one clue. If you want to see how the socks knit up and how they look, you can buy the pattern also on Ravelry and on my Instagram, not Instagram, my Etsy shop. There you get the complete pattern, all the clues without the special content. You find everything on my website, annanita.com. The special content you only receive when you buy the knit along. So, but if you want to see how they look and you only want to get the clues, you can totally do that as well. Are you ready? Here are the Advent Mystery Knit Along socks by Anna Knitter. Ta-da! Okay, I was so excited and I finished them already way earlier, and I always wanted to show you, but now I can. Okay, I have used sparkle yarn. I don't know if you can see this. I guess you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. It's a Regia yarn. It was before I started to dye again, because I already wrote the pattern in July. Okay, here we come. This is the first clue. This pattern has 9 clues. So you are able, if you knit 2 at a time or concurrently, to finish a pair of socks in 9 days, but you can also knit a pair of socks in 18 days if you just finish the first round and then start the second sock. Okay, a twisted rib. It's very pretty and neat. I don't do this often, but with special socks I do twisted rib. Then we have this kind of broken rib pattern. This is how it's called in English, the seed stitch or pearl stitch. Then we have a shifted rib, a slip stitch heel. Then we have what you call the blueberry waffle pattern. We call it cinnamon waffle pattern. I don't know how I could call this. I'm sorry. Wait. But I like this very much. And one, I would call it a slip stitch pattern. You slip the yarn in front and you create this pretty texture. And the German toe. Yeah. I am very, very happy with this pattern, because you have a manageable amount of knitting every day, and every clue is divided by these dividing rounds, so it makes it very pretty. Yeah. I think I will knit another pair, maybe in my own hand-dyed yarn. And I think textured socks, especially with different stitches, are perfect for unicolored yarns. First of all, because you see the pattern better, as if you use the self-striping or self-patterning yarn. Self-striping with big blocks would work, but it depends. And second, I love unicolored socks because they always look so fancy and delicate but they are so boring to knit. But if you have a pattern for the sock and different patterns, it's not so boring and you finish them quickly. I have received a lot of feedback for this pattern, and many people told me that they enjoyed the patterns so much because they were interesting but not too complicated. And that's what I like about a pattern. You know, I'm also a fan of just knitting, but to be honest, we all often knit while we watch TV or listen to something, and therefore it's helpful to knit an easy pattern. And they are easy, but also very pretty. Okay, last time I will show you this gorgeous pattern. I'm sorry I wrote this pattern, but I'm actually a little bit proud of it. And you know, it was like, it struck me one morning. Really, it was like I think a Saturday morning. I slept in. To sleep in my case, means I awake usually at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. But sleeping in means I stay in the pajamas and drink my coffee, for example, in the bed or on the sofa. So, and I was crawling into bed again and picked up my phone and started to write down pattern ideas. And I had so many ideas and additional ideas with the songs and so on that I think I wrote the main pattern within a few hours this morning. And then, you know, then you have to do the math, calculating, and how long is the pattern, how many stitches do you have to repeat, how many rows, so that they are all the same depth or length, and that it fits for every size, and you know. And then I had to start the knitting process, and I realized that some patterns weren't working out, or they were nice but they were in the wrong place. You know, you have, for example, if you knit this and, for example, then this or this, you have 2 or 3 patterns that stripe vertically, and that doesn't look so nice. So it's always nice to have a vertical pattern and then a horizontal pattern. Vertical, horizontal. You know what I mean? Yeah, so I had to work out that. And I'm sorry for the technical issues some people had. My next mystery knit along, which I'm already designing. I'm test knitting it, actually. The pattern is written. I will offer you the way you can participate in the mystery knit along now on my website. So you will be able to access all the clues very easy, not via email anymore, because some of the emails didn't arrive at the participants, or they went to the spam folder and so on, and we had to troubleshoot a little bit. And if you join now, you can watch again, I'm sorry. You can watch again if you still want to be surprised by the pattern. So if you want to knit it mysteriously or clue by clue with all the special contents and all the tips and tricks and everything, the Christmas songs, you can buy the knit along, or you can buy the single pattern if you just want to have the instructions for the pattern. But if you buy the instructions for the pattern, I wrote so the document has 10 or 11 pages. So on every page, so every clue is on an extra page. So if you want to maybe Christmas in July or next year, or whenever you say, now I will knit a pair of socks in 9 days, and still want to have it sorted like that, you can just flip one page and say, okay, the next clue I will knit tomorrow also. I have another finished object for you, so I will put it on the sock blockers. Okay, I wore these socks already, that's why they don't look so nice on the sock blockers now, but I finished my Christmas pair out of Wollbutt, and I really enjoyed the process so much. It's only a 2x2 ribbing, 64 stitches, 2.5mm needles, plain stockinette, and a slip stitch heel. But the yarn is so much fun. It's so sparkly. and I like the pattern very much, the color pattern or color repeat, and the gold stellina. The Christmas colors. I'm a huge fan of Christmas socks. I have, I don't know, not 10, but I think 7 to 9 or so Christmas socks, and I can't stop to knit them. And I said in the last video that I think about to cast on a standing rock head for my Christmas Eve cast on, but I think it will be a pair of socks because I remembered that I have the Happy Christmas Harry socks by Fondant Fibers. So the sock yarn, I think I want to cast on that as my Christmas Eve cast on. Okay, my second finished object. I am still in the test knitting stage of my next design. I don't know when I will be able to start to launch the Mystery Knit Along. 1st of February or 1st of March. And I want to offer yarn kits for that, so keep an eye on my website and you will stay tuned. You can also sign up for my newsletter there, so you will be informed, or just hop over to Instagram or here my YouTube channel. I will announce it here definitely. I would like to start in February because it's my birthday month and it would be fun to host a knit along in my birthday month. And this time it will take a month. So I think it will have 5 clues. I have to see how I divide them because, yeah, I can't tell too much. But I think it will take 5 weeks. So February and a little bit of March. I can't show you what I have designed because it's a mystery knit along, but I have written the pattern for 2 yarns, so for 2 colors. One should be a semi-solid or unicolored and a brighter one in my opinion, and one can be a little busier, a variegated yarn, and it should be not complementary, but for example, you know, here is blue and here you have blue. It would also work if I used beige, for example. You know, a brighter color than this, and this color should be inside of this as well. That's why I will offer kits, because I will dye them for you. I will definitely offer these kits, and if you have suggestions or wishes what the colors, so regarding the colors, if you want to have so this is the blue version, and I could see me making how it's called, plum, in the color range of plum or mauve version, and we could do yellow. I don't know if this, I could do yellow as well. So if you have special wishes and they repeat in the comment section, I will dye them up for you. I will roll up the so far knitted object so that you can at least get a hint. And that's it. So stay tuned for that. I have a work in progress. I have cast on a sock for my fiance. It's a vanilla sock out of opal yarns, 2x2 ribbing, 64 stitches, 2.5mm needles, and this is a typical men color. So I asked him which yarn he wants, so I picked out some men colors for him, and he decided he wanted a pair of socks out of this one. Here you see the ball. It is from the Opal subscription, so it does not have a name. By the way, today, tomorrow, or next week, hopefully today or tomorrow, the next Opal subscription will arrive. I am so excited. So there will be an unboxing. I will unbox already earlier, but there will be a video or a segment of me showing you the new colors. And I'm working out, by the way, if you're interested in opal yarns, I am already working out to sell some opal yarns in my Etsy shop. It's not so easy because some, how they are called? Wholesalers? Whatever. Some companies want you to buy 20 skeins of one color, so they have big units, and I wouldn't sell so much, I guess. So yeah, I have to pick colors and see how many I have to buy to be able to offer them for you. Yeah, so this is a very fun project. I don't have to look, I only look down at my knitting when I switch the needles. So when I start to knit on the second, so the following needle, I guess I could do it blindly, but I don't want to risk it. Biscuit. Sorry. Yeah. I love opal yarns. It's so much fun to knit with them. Oh, I want to show you my minis. You know, I swapped advent calendars again this year, and so I have 2 yarn advent calendars, and I will show you only the heap. And these minis lead me to my next dream cast on. Okay, I know I have a blanket going behind me, these blocks, and I have still a crochet blanket that I haven't touched in months. Okay, but you know, I would like to start another blanket. And this morning I asked you on Instagram which year-long knit-along you want me to host in the next year. And I was suggesting socks, blankets, welcome baby socks, and Harry Potter. Oh yes. Okay, and we will see what you decide. But if you decide for a blanket knit along or make along or not, I would so love to cast on another Cozy Memories blanket, but a little bit differently. Ina Knits has a tutorial on YouTube how to knit this, and I saw this kind of Cozy Memories blanket only from her. So it works like this. You, instead of only knitting the several colors of the minis, you always start with a solid color, always with the same, and then you start the mini. And when you start the next mini, you start with white, so you have here white, and then you start the mini, and so on and so on. That means every mitered square is framed in your color of choice. And that makes a very tidy and pretty and quilt-like look. And I like this very much. So in addition to this, where I always have to be very picky with the colors because I'm doing color blocks, I could just add every color I want without, and you don't have to pay attention if they look good next to each other, because you always frame it with a color, so you interrupt the color and every color looks good next to black or to white, for example. Yeah, I haven't decided yet when to cast it on. I would so love to cast it on soon, but I still have to decide which contrast color I use. I want to use white, but I haven't decided if I should use my, is it called off-white or natural white yarn I still have here, or what I would prefer is opal yarn in white, because I like the color. So I like opal, I like the quality of opal. You can wash it several times without any problems. It's very bouncy and lofty, and yeah, so I think I want to buy opal for that. We will see, but then I should have to order it online, and it would arrive after Christmas, so maybe it could be in New Year's Eve cast on, for example, and that would be a great start into a possible blanket along. We can also do sock and blanket along, but maybe I should concentrate on one and knit along. We will see. We will see. Is there something else I want to show you? I have drawn a winner of my 5K giveaway. I have 5,000 subscribers. That is amazing. Thank you so much. And I have already commented the winning comment, but the lady has not reached out to me. I will give her another week or so, and if she does not reply to me, I have to redraw the winner. So I'm sorry. I will show you the winner here on the screen. So if you're watching, please send me an email with your shipping address. My email address is info@annanida.com. Yeah. And, oh yes, we haven't spoke since this happened. I have a website now. I had a website in the past, but I wasn't happy with it and there were some technical problems. But now I have my website, annanida.com, and you find everything there. My shop, the podcast episodes, and the knit-alongs, the newsletter, everything. So everything. And I think in the future I will add onto this website maybe a blog or something, so I can keep you updated about several things there too. But at the moment I'm pretty content with this website and it runs very well. And yeah, it's a dream came true. Today is my last day at work and tomorrow I start my holidays. It's so difficult for me to say that in English. You know, you also say to the Christmas season holidays, so that is confusing if I use I'm on holidays, because you are all on holidays, but sometimes you have to work during the holidays, you know. In German, oh, you told me you want to learn German words. I have received many comments and emails about that. You want me to talk about German words. So here is a very handy German word. And if you know a good English translation, please let me know. So, I have 28 days per year I can be off work. And I can decide when I want to take these off days. And now from Monday on, because it's a working day, I am off work. And being off work for several days means Urlaub. So I am on Urlaub. Or I am in Urlaub. Ich bin im Urlaub. Urlaub can be vacation, so that you travel somewhere, but Urlaub also means I have Urlaub, ich habe Urlaub, I don't have to work, but I stay at home, for example. I mean, I stay at home during the holidays now, so during my Urlaub, and it's the same word. You can go on Urlaub, so go on vacation, and you can have Urlaub. That means whether you go on vacation or you stay at home, but you are definitely off work. Urlaub. Yeah, so my Urlaub will start tonight after 9 p.m. because I have an online seminar I host, and when this is over, I am off work until... So I'm off work the complete first week of January. That is amazing. You know, I love my job, but it's amazing to be off work. That also means I have more time for knitting, for designing, for dyeing yarn, so for the business, my own tiny little business. And we will play board games and we will watch Star Wars and Harry Potter and other Christmas movies. I can bake cookies, I can decorate the tree. Amazing. I love the winter holidays, the Christmas holidays. Yeah. Now I have rambled a lot. I'm wishing you a very happy and blessed 4th week of Advent, and we will see each other in a week, so on Christmas or shortly after Christmas, and on Instagram and Ravelry if you want to chat there with me. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for listening to me while I talk about crafts, and I'm wishing you a happy knitting time. Bye bye.